Good morning, and it is morning, kind of barely. I don't know, it's getting around to be about 10:30, maybe 11. Probably 11. Anyway, it is Saturday, January 24th. So we have docked in Gibraltar. So the sun is rising. There's the rock. Here we are. At the port. So I am up on the top deck, the rooftop deck, and that mountain, I don't know if you can see it, that's Spain. It's got snow on it. So it has been raining. You can see the reflection. So the cruise is like Camelot. It rains at night and it gets beautiful during the day, late morning. So we're gonna venture out. We did have an excursion planned before all the itinerary changes. Canceled that when we thought we were going to skip Gibraltar. Never rebooked. So here's our ship. So we're just going to explore the town. We've been to Gibraltar before. Did the rock tour, saw the monkeys, all the cool stuff. So we're just going to hang around. More later. And we are off the ship and heading out to the main town of Gibraltar. All right, and there is our stateroom. We are the first, where's my finger? Oh, anyway, I'm trying to point it out. We are the first window. That is our window. Right there. All right, we took the shuttle from the ship to this little area. There's we're going through the water gate into the main part of town. So here we go. And here is a map. I think we are over here. I believe that's it. Okay, we're gonna explore. Walking through the water gate. This was built in 1160 by one of the Islamic rulers here. And we have John and Yoko. Whoa. That's interesting. Yeah. And then we have, I guess, I don't know. This might have been part of the water gate. All right, this little sign says that this area, Moorish leaders landed in this area in 711. 711. And we're going to be off. All right, and I had to get the I Love Gibraltar sign. It's very cool. Okay, so this is a little brunch area. I think we've decided we're going to have fish and chips. Well, after stopping and looking at a few shops, now we are in the main street, the pedestrian street of Gibraltar, and it's very crowded. Okay, we have some marching soldiers coming down the street. We're by Starbucks. I don't know why this guy's walking along with them. All right. So we have made it to the end of the pedestrian street. This looks like it was once upon a time a Moorish building that got changed into a church. I don't know what this is, but it looks very English. And then here's the Angry Friar pub. We might have to go in there. We are inside the Angry Friar pub and gonna have fish and chips, but I don't know, it seems like it's not there's no Angry Friars in here. There are cuckoo clocks and there are circus performers, and I got an ale, a small ale, because I mean it's British, right? All right, so we got our fish and chips. It was a little more, it was a little prettier because it had a tomato there, but I just ate the tomato. And we found the angry monk. He is right by the bar, so I get it now. So we are at a square. I'm not sure what square this is. We are coming back. We're going to head back towards the ship. There's Kim. And this is a church. We're going to go into this. This is St. Mary's. I don't know if it's probably not a cathedral. St. Mary's Church. So we're going to check that out. And there's a Marks and Spencer. Okay, we have stepped into the church. It's a sweet little church. There's not a ton going on. We came in earlier and they were saying Mass. Oh, and they still have their nativity scene up. Well, that's cool. Oh, I love that. Okay. Very much like Italian nativity scenes. Huh. Okay, this is the church, and I love the oranges. Well, good morning. It is Sunday, January 25th, and it is our son's birthday. So, happy birthday, Stephen. We are in Cadiz. It is very gray and rainy. Right now the rain's kind of let up, but it was pouring earlier. So we're on a bus tour. Most of the time on the tour you couldn't see because the windows were there was so much rain coming down. But hopefully it looks like it's cleared for a little bit. So we'll see. Wow. All right, so this is a better view. We got off of the bus. Chip stayed on the bus. And we're not in Cadiz anymore. We crossed, it's like a little island. We're in the province, but not in the town. So we crossed a causeway onto sort of mainland Spain. All right, I'm assuming that Dory is going to explain where we are and what this, I think this is they make a lot of sherry here. This is sort of sherry land, Spain. So those are Seville oranges. Only used for marmalade, not really sweet to eat. Okay. All right, so evidently this is the biggest weather vane in the world. Okay, so the wind is blowing, so it's turning around. This is the logo for the Tío Pepe sherry producing company. So very cool. And this is the cathedral. That Tío Pepe winery is one of the biggest wineries in Spain, or in Europe, she said, and is the most visited winery in Spain. And here's all those oranges. So yes, I am here. It was just easier not to have the camera turned around earlier. Anyway, I've got a beautiful background and it's not raining, which is a very, very positive. So we're continuing the tour.
Part of the Almohade Towers,
yeah,
built in 1140s.
Lots of oranges.
It's a small winery called Tradición. It's a family company, very exclusive Jerez, which is owned by the Rivera family, and they've got an important
interesting
paintings
Look
collection.
At these buildings built into the wall.
A lovely collection by El Greco, Zurbarán.
Oh, really?
Goya. I mean, that's really very, very important collection.
And the sun's trying to come out.
And now we are going to a church, 1630s.
Okay, old church.
All the way along is the riding school. It's a very important riding school. In a little bit farther up, there is a bar.
Such a pretty
a couple of
street.
shops where you can see the Moorish wall. You go inside and you can see the Moorish wall. And this is a lovely street in May when the jacaranda blossom. And at the back, the former Domecq Palace, 1774, built
Palace.
by the Marquis of Montana.
We're in Jerez de la Frontera. That's the name of the village, Jerez de la Frontera. And she explained it was the frontier between the Christians to the north
I'm going to show you lovely horses carriage
Moors
on the
to the
left.
south.
We call half power or Jerez style.
Wow.
Horses
And
exhibition.
there's more horses.
This is owned by
They
the
have a big
army.
horse festival every
It's a
year in May.
Barrack. Look at the colored horses.
So we have stopped. This is where we're having our sherry tasting. So it's a winery, and I guess they do brandy and sherry, and the rain is back. So this is a lemon tree. She said that right now is about when they harvest, and then next to it's an orange tree. All right, we are inside inside the barrel room, I guess. They produce sherry wine and then they make brandy from it.
I told you at the beginning.
Okay, I cannot even begin to explain what these are. They're sherry wines. To the left is Amontillado. There's a biologic one in the middle, and to the right is a mechanical press. It's 18% alcohol. It's just very complicated. Anyway, we gotta go. Okay, and there's lights behind the barrels so you can see each one of the wines. All right, and these barrels, they say, are like the visitor's book. Instead of signing a book, people sign the barrels. And we're going to learn about brandy. Joe Walsh. I don't think it's that Joe Walsh.
I don't think it's a Joe
Yeah.
Walsh. I was thinking either, actually.
This is great. Oh, and this is real high ceilings and kind of dark. Lots of barrels, lots of barrels. The barrels are made out of American oak from the Great Lakes region, and they paint them black with this. They bring the oak over and they build the barrels, and they paint them black with their own sort of paint formula.
Of the Vino Fino will open without breaking. So we will be able to take out the wine, and then the yeast will close naturally, and so the wine will not get
So we're learning about brandy.
This is a real art. I'm sorry, I'm not able to do it. There are people studying for it, because once the wine is here inside, you should pour it in a glass over here, making an art with the wine.
Oh, jeez.
Really nice to see, quite hard to do. Yes, the first one.
So this
in
is
the
their
world, no, cognac, for
oldest. They
example,
have different
came earlier.
like rooms, and they call them bodegas.
Yes, in Spain.
And this is
Okay, so
their
we go
oldest
this way.
bodega, so which is why it's high and dark. Yeah, the first one we were in was a newer one. All right, and this is their sort of their normal brandies, and she explained what these glasses are. And then this is their premium brandies, aged 6, 9, and 12 years or something like that. I don't know. And we have merch, all kinds of merch. And we're going to the tasting room because we're going to taste some of these great products that she talked about. All right, we are trying Harvey's Bristol Cream, and it's delicious. All right, I think I may have gotten this when we came in, but this is the tasting room. We tasted Harvey's Bristol Cream, and we also tasted a brandy that was like 37%. Whoa. Well, we got back to the ship and we had lunch. And now I'm going to take a nap. But this is the bridge, one of the two bridges that crosses the water. I'm not sure what the body of water is called, but crosses it from the island that Cadiz is on to the mainland. So, yeah, I didn't realize this was an island. So, here's the town. It looks like the rain has stopped. It's extremely windy. You probably can hear the wind. There is the cathedral. It looks huge again. On the other side, you see the Atlantic Ocean. I don't know, you probably can't see the waves breaking. But anyway, this is the old town of Cadiz. Our tour guide was telling us that it's so expensive to live here that most young people are moving to the mainland. And I walked to the other side of the ship. And again, we've got more water because it's an island that's surrounded by water. And she was saying that this is very old. This is very old. There's a lot of Spanish galleons out in the water. They've found Phoenician ruins. They found Phoenician boats from the time the Phoenicians were here. Spanish galleons from the Middle Ages. Roman galleons. So this was a very, very busy port area. Anyway, time for a nap. Oh, and this is the area I was... I visited the other day with the outdoor sofas, and I'm like, oh, this is really cool. Didn't notice there was a huge big screen TV for movies, which I don't think has been used on this trip because it's been pretty chilly and rainy. So maybe when we get closer, maybe when we get farther south, we'll see.